What up?
Ocho.
Hello, it's Rob here from Woodward English. How is everyone? Again, let me know where you're watching from. Okay, so I just come out of my house this morning and I'm doing it in my front. I'm doing a live stream from my front lawn. Yeah, this is yeah, you might have noticed it might not be my house. It's a hobbit house. Nothing to do with English, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway. So remember to let me know where you're watching from. Okay, skip that. Perfect. Okay. So who's already arrived here? Just while we're waiting, remember the first minutes we say hello to everyone and everything like that. So let's have a look. We got Rodrigo Tumax. Hello. We also have where is it? I saw that someone here. All the way. Been waiting here. This one here, Jacqueline. Also, yeah, very early. Sometimes people come in early. I chat with them while I get everything ready. So it's a great thing to do. So if you want to come early, you're more than welcome. I chat and say hello to everyone. And yeah, join us next time. Okay, so who else we got? We have. Oh, here we go. Hello, teacher and everyone from Japan, famous for karaoke. This is Umi, which means from memory, ocean. I've seen that somewhere. And hey, Ju, a massive hello from Myanmar also. Hey, we've got Kaline also, Kaline. We've got the wonderful Angelica Brito. Yes, we're starting. Yes, we are starting right now. Hey, Fatima, how's it going? You're from Brazil. We have Cherif, sorry, from Algeria. Hello, everyone. We have from Kendall. Where is Kenya? It's not Kenya, it's Kendall. It'd be interesting to know whereabouts that is. Excuse my ignorance there. Who else we got there? From the United States of America, England, Iran. I'm watching from the UK. So glad you could be here. All from Bali. Nice. Is it Newman in Bali? Oh, it's so close to New Zealand. I'd like to go there one day. Who else we have? We have Josmai also from Contreras from Venezuela. Also someone else from Venezuela. Hello, Annie. We have Walid also from the United Kingdom. How has your week been? It is Friday afternoon here in New Zealand. And yep, we've had a pretty good week, a very interesting week behind the scenes, very productive. It's so good to see everyone. I'd just like to say quickly thank you to some of our newest, brand new YouTube channel members. Your support, we really appreciate. We have, excuse me if I say your name incorrectly, Abdikani Artan, thank you for joining. Javier Valdez from last week. Also got Marco Ortega, thank you for helping. Your support allows me to continue creating more content. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got some more people dropping by, and we're going to start very soon. We have Olga from Rich Coast, Costa Rica. We have Rodrigo from Guatemala, Brazil. Oh, it's 3:30 in the morning right now. Oh, I'd recommend coffee, that then you wouldn't sleep. Bonita, I'm doing very well, thank you. Finally, someone asked how I'm doing. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we do laugh a lot here. Monera from the United States, Junior from Brazil, Ecuador. We have Veronica. I started studying English since 1 week. You're doing very well to start to write like that. Sophia from Tampa. And how was my week? My week was very good, very productive. It was, there's so many things I'd like to tell you, but we can't. We have to keep surprises. So cool. Are you in New Zealand? Yes. I'm actually in Middle Earth right now. No, yeah, I'm in New Zealand. This is my front door, so just knock on there and just say, "Hey, is Rob here?" And they're probably, yeah, someone will come to the door. I'm in Auckland, New Zealand. And nice to meet you, teacher. I'm Thaisa. Taisa from Brazil. Welcome. I haven't seen you before. Welcome along. Mexico, Ricardo. And we also have Lisa from Argentina. Okay, today, I want to show one more thing that I got here. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. I got a postcard, okay, from Zuz. Oh God, I can't. Where is it? There it is. Zuzana from, I can't pronounce it, Jablanek Nadniso. This is from the Czech Republic. Thank you for sending the postcard. Really appreciate it. Really cool. I like postcards. Okay, so let's begin. Quick last hellos. Flavia from Argentina, and you're with your friend. Hey, Fausto. What type of friend is Fausto? Okay. Originally from Hong Kong, moved to the UK. Executive producer there telling me off. Like, behave, Rob. I always behave. I'm very nice and respectful. Okay, you're Brazilian and you're learning English. You're one of my favorite teachers. Thank you for them. I really appreciate that. Okay, you like postcards? Yeah, you can. Welcome to send them. Okay. You like how I teach? What, laughing half of the time and teaching English the other half of the time? Yeah, I'm a positive person because it's Friday. Okay, let's begin. What's this topic about? Here, have a look at this down the bottom. What is the correct question tag for this sentence? Okay, so I'm going to give you a sentence and you have to give me a question tag, and you're thinking, what is a question tag? What is a question tag? Let's have a quick look. I'm just going to put this up on the screen so we can have a look. Remember, question tags. A question tag is a small question at the end of a statement. Question tags are used when asking for agreement or confirmation. You're just agreeing with someone, or it's like you need to confirm, did I hear that right? Did I understand correctly? The most important thing is when they begin with a pause, or how do I do this? Hit my microphone. Thank you very much. Oh. There it is. There. A positive statement. You are a student. If you have a positive statement, you need a negative question tag. You are a student. Negative question tag. Aren't you? Or if you start with a negative statement, Mary isn't a teacher. You have a positive question tag. So it's like reverse, a positive with a negative or a negative with a positive. Okay. Mary isn't a teacher. Is she? Okay. And something important is the intonation. The intonation of a question tag shows the exact meaning of it. For example, we have two sentences there. John doesn't speak Spanish. Does he? If my intonation goes up, does he? If the intonation of the question tag goes up, it means you're not sure and you want to know the answer. John doesn't speak Spanish. Does he? It goes up. Okay, because I'm not sure. If the intonation of the question tag goes down, you are checking or confirming information or making conversation. John doesn't speak Spanish, does he? It's like you're just like confirming, making conversation. Okay, so, and remember, let's just go to the next one. If it's negative, look at all of these negative, positive statements. You're a student, he is very busy, he was happy, etc. We have a negative tag. And same with the positives, okay? Positive, I actually have a video about question tags. If you want to watch it later, it's a brilliant one. Yeah, it's a wonderful one to help you understand question tags and how they work and everything like that. Because the most important thing is the tense needs to be the same. So if I say you are, let's go back to maybe this one, it's a bit bigger. You are a student. That's the present simple tense. Your question tag needs to be the present simple tense also. But if we have the past tense, he was happy, the question tag needs to be also in the past tense or past simple tense, okay, etc. So what we're going to do is, at the moment you're thinking, whoa, not too sure. We are going to practice this, okay? So I'll just appear on the screen like this, and we'll show you the first one. So here it says, Kate didn't do the IELTS exam. What is the question tag for this? Kate didn't do the IELTS exam. Beep. What can we put? Give me your answers. Let's have a look. And while I'm waiting for your answers, we got João from Brazil. Whoa, did she? Okay, sounds good. Oops, it's starting to move quickly. I go to click something and it moves up, so I'll try and find it. Here it is. Oh, it moved again. Here we go. You are a good teacher, aren't you? Exactly. So are is the positive present. So the question tag is the negative present. Okay, that's one example. Hello, Rob. I love your classes. Thanks a lot, man. Hey, thanks, Bruno. I appreciate that. So Kate didn't do the IELTS exam. Where is it? So Kulbius has it correct. Umi has it correct. He's one of your little students. We're in the class studying a bit while watching. Hello, all of the students. Hello. Glad you could join me. So we have, yes, Kulbius. Did she? Brilliant. Umi also. Did she? Ju. Did she? Who else is there? Jacqueline. Did she? Valentina. Did she? Excellent. Oh, I like it when people do this. Kate didn't do the IELTS exam. Did she? When you write the complete sentence, it's like, it's great for me to put on the screen. And you'll appear on screen a lot longer. So Kate didn't do. So didn't is the past tense, okay? Past tense negative. So the question tag needs to be past tense affirmative, which is, did she? Kate didn't do the IELTS exam, did she? Okay, perfect. Let's have a look. It's a useful topic, isn't it? Exactly. It's present simple, isn't it? The negative. Brilliant. Okay, so, and remember to put the comma after the first part of the sentence, like Suyong put there, okay? Kate didn't do the IELTS exam, comma, and then you have the question tag. So always put the comma after the sentence, the first part, okay? Okay, so the next one is number 2. You aren't ready. Okay, this one's an easy one. You aren't ready. What is the question tag? What is the correct question tag for this sentence? What is it? Well, I'm awaiting your answers. I had to put that on mute. You can probably understand why. Okay, so you aren't ready. I can see some correct answers. Are you? And thank you, Lucia Castro, for writing it. You aren't ready, are you? So the first sentence, part of the sentence is negative, which is negative present simple. So the second part is affirmative. You aren't ready, are you? Brilliant. Thank you. So are you? Exactly. Thank you. This is the one, Umi. You aren't ready, are you? Hurry up. Exactly. You aren't ready, are you? Hurry up. The question tags in English are very, very common. It's very common to use question tags in natural English. It's not it does appear in writing, but when we're speaking, we use them a lot. So if you can master question tags, it'll move your level up just a little bit more. Okay, so you aren't ready, are you? Brilliant. Thank you for everyone that's putting all of these up. Okay, the next one is number 3. We've answered the question. Ooh, some of these get a bit more interesting. We've answered the question. So you need to think, what is the tense? We know it's affirmative, the first part. Over here, the first part is affirmative. So that part needs to be negative. But what tense are we using here? This is the thing. What tense are we using here? We've answered the question. I can see, here it is. I can see 2 people have it correct for now. What tense are we using? We've answered. People think, oh, answered, it's the past tense because there's ed. No, not always. Answered with ed at the end can also be a past participle. And before it, we have we've. We've is a contraction of we have. So if the first sentence is we have answered the question, it is the present perfect tense. So we've answered the question. What would the question tag be? We've answered the question and you've had enough time. So there it is, Jew. Haven't we? Okay. Haven't we? Exactly. Because it is the present perfect tense. So haven't we? So we don't say have not we, haven't. We use with question tags. We use the contractions, haven't we? It's not common to say, have not we? Have we not? If you don't use a contraction, we actually change the order a little. Have we not? But it sounds like very not common at all, like regal. So it is, haven't we? So the full answer is, we've answered the question. We've answered the question. Haven't we? Okay, haven't we? There it is. We've answered the question, haven't we? Here are some more of them here. Perfect. We've answered the question, haven't we? Is this sentence the present perfect? Just present perfect, simple, just present perfect. Okay. Okay, the next one. Number 4. They get more interesting. You don't like coffee. This one's easy. What is the question tag? And if we look at this one, we think, you don't like coffee. What tense is it? At first, we know it's a negative because it says don't. So our question tag will be affirmative. So, but what is the tense here? It's the present simple. So what do we got? I can see some of the answers. You don't like coffee. Yes. Do you? Do you? And thank you, Carlos, for writing it completely. You don't like coffee, do you? Would you like something to drink? You don't like coffee, do you? I have some tea. I have some wine. Not for breakfast. So it's don't you. You don't like coffee, do you? Okay, so it's not the don't you, because the first part is negative. So if the first part is negative, the second part needs to be affirmative. So you don't like coffee, do you? I like coffee. I haven't been drinking much coffee lately. You don't like coffee, do you? Brilliant. Are you ready for the next one? Perfect. Okay, the next one is number 5. Oh, that movie was boring. Beep. What is the question tag for this one? Oh, that movie was boring. What is the correct question tag? That movie was boring. Just making sure I'm not on mute. Yep. That movie was boring. Can you think of what's a boring movie that you've seen? You've seen a movie, it's like, just you don't have to watch the whole movie. Almost, Caroline. Almost. Remember, the first part here is affirmative. So the question tag needs to be negative. Now, that movie, how can we change that movie to a subject pronoun? Because question tags normally are subject pronouns. If I say, John is crazy, We don't say, isn't John? We don't repeat, John is crazy. Isn't John? Sorry to all the Johns out there. May or may not be true. So John isn't crazy. Isn't John? We don't repeat John again. We do not repeat John. We need a subject pronoun. So here, that movie was boring. We don't say that movie or that. We don't say that. We replace it with a subject pronoun. I was going to say object pronoun. With a subject pronoun. And we have that movie was boring. Wasn't it? Brilliant. Wasn't it? That movie was, wasn't that? The that we change for it. Okay? Wasn't it? That movie was boring, wasn't it? I can't remember the name of it because it was boring. Are you excited about any movies that are going to appear very soon? Let me know what movie you're waiting for. Like, oh, I can't wait for this movie. That movie was boring, wasn't it? Exactly. So the first part is affirmative. The second part is negative. Okay. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? That movie was, wasn't it? Exactly. Hello, Silvana. Good to see you from Salta in Argentina. Great to see you again. So movie, exactly. It is a subject pronoun. So we replace, instead of saying that movie, we use the subject pronoun it. Okay, so the next one, number, we're flying through these. Number 6, Samantha lives in Spain. What do we use here? Samantha lives in Spain. What is the question tag here? What is the question tag? Samantha lives in Spain. Let's go here. Do you? Nope, not do you. I can see one of the correct answer. So the first part here is affirmative. So the question tag needs to be negative. What is the tense? It is the present simple tense. And when it's the present simple tense, instead of saying Samantha lives in Spain, lives she? No, we use do or does for the present simple tense. Because if we go back to this, you speak English, don't you? He studies Spanish, doesn't he? You studied for the test, didn't you? So when it's the present simple and here the past tense also, we use don't, doesn't, or didn't, just so you know. So Samantha lives in Spain. Oops, it's all the way up the top there. We've got all of these answers. Doesn't she? Exactly, because we need the negative. Doesn't she? Doesn't she? Doesn't she? Okay. We're going to look at these tag questions in a moment. We're going to have some different examples. So Samantha lives in Spain, doesn't she? The first part is affirmative. The second part is negative. Okay. And again, here, and just going down. Yep, Samantha lives in Spain. Doesn't, because the first part lives is affirmative. So the second part needs to be negative. Perfect. Lots of brilliant responses there. Hello to everyone in Romania and also El Salvador. Join in. Okay, so the next one, number 7. Your father isn't a dentist. What is the question tag here? We're going to go through almost all of the tenses, well, a lot of the main tenses. Your father isn't a dentist. What is your response? So Samantha lives in Spain, doesn't she? That's the one. Your father isn't a dentist. I'll just give you a few more seconds before I show you the answer. And Carlos has the correct answer if you want to copy it quickly. Okay. So your father isn't a dentist, is he? Isn't, negative, to be, present simple. So we need affirmative at the end. Is he? Brilliant. So your father isn't a dentist, is he? Because the does is used for the present simple for all verbs except to be. Okay? So your father isn't a dentist, is he? Okay, next one. Another tense here. 8. They'll be late. They're supposed to be here in 2 minutes, but they're 10 kilometers away. They'll be late. This is going to be a good one. We're just increasing the level just a little bit. They'll be late. What do you think? So, yep. So we've got some other ones. So your father. So here we changed. Yeah. So your father isn't a dentist, is he? Won't they? What else is everyone saying? Won't they? Someone else thinks it's won't they? Waiting for your answers. They'll be late. Won't they? Yes, exactly. They'll be. But why did we put won't? Why did we put won't there? They'll be late, won't they? Because the first part, they'll, is a contraction of they will be late. Okay? So it's a contraction of they will be late. So, where is it? So if it's will, which is affirmative, we need the negative of that, which is won't. So the negative of will, you can put will not, but we normally use the contraction, or we almost always use the contraction, won't they? Okay? So, yeah, so they'll be late, won't they? So lots of people here. They'll be late, won't they? Hey, Esther, good to see you again. Won't they? Perfect. Next one, number 9. You can speak to... I can't speak any language right now. You can speak 2 languages. What is the correct question tag here? You can speak 2 languages. What tense, or what's happening here? Yes, I can see some correct answers appearing. I'll give you a little bit more time. Thank you, Carlos, for writing it completely. It is, so we know it's can speak. Is it can or the speak that we need to pay attention to? The priority is can. Okay, can is a modal verb. So when a modal verb like will, can, must, might, should, any other ones I've forgotten, you need to, that is the priority, and that is what goes into the question tag. So like if we have a look back here again, can, could, must, should, would, we use the negative, won't, can, couldn't, mustn't, shouldn't, wouldn't. Or if the first part is negative, can't, couldn't, mustn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, we use the affirmative, will, can, could, must, shouldn't. Okay, so let's go back. So you can speak 2 languages. Exactly. Thank you, Carlos. You can speak 2 languages, can't you? Can is affirmative, so the question tag is negative. Exactly. Can't you? Can't you? Exactly. Can't you? You can speak 2 languages, can't you? You can speak 2 languages, can't you? Can you speak 2 languages? How many languages can you speak? I speak a little English, and that's about it. So we have can't you? You can speak 2 languages, exactly. So can is a modal verb, exactly. Must is another modal verbs. Perfect. Okay, so the next one is number 10. John doesn't look happy. John doesn't look happy. What is the question tag? Here's another great example. She would like to learn English with a comma, wouldn't she? So always remember the comma there. So John doesn't look happy. What is it? So I saw a lot of answers for the last one. Can't you? John doesn't look happy. He's like, yeah, he's got this big frown and he's not smiling at all. Yes, here it is. Thank you, Kaline or Kaline. Excuse me. Kaline, is that 3 syllables or 2? Kaline or Kaline? How many syllables? And I'll remember it, hopefully. John doesn't look happy, does he? So we have the does, which is the negative. So in the affirmative, in the question tag, it is affirmative. So does he? John doesn't look happy. Do he? Does, because it's always does with he. Does he? Does he? Here comes trouble. Hello, Jorge. Great to have you. And you arrived at the same time as Ivan. Where were you two? Like one's in Chile, one's in Brazil, and you arrive at the same time. That's suspicious. Did you meet in Argentina or something for for some drinks before coming here? I know. Okay. So John doesn't look happy, does he? So it's 3 syllables. Thank you for letting me know. Awesome. That's great to know. So John doesn't look happy. Is he married? Yeah, probably. Here comes the trouble. Here comes trouble. Okay. Hey, Glider. Great to see you. Okay, so the next one is number 11. You haven't been to France. What is the question tag here? You haven't been to France. What is the question tag? Oh, you haven't been to France? Oh, I'd go every single year. Let's have a look. You haven't been to France? Waiting for the answers. Oh, good one, Kaline. Oops. Have you been? No. You have to, what we're doing here, Glider, is we're giving the question tags. So remember with the question tags, one of these here, or maybe one of these ones here. These are like the question tags, okay? So there it is. You haven't been to France, have you? Because the first part is negative. So the question tag over here, the question that this is the negative. So the question tag is positive. What is the tense? The present simple tense. Haven't been. Okay. Present simple. Present perfect tense. It's the morning. Okay, it's not morning. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Can you hear that? There's a partridge outside the window. A partridge is a type of bird, and just about every day at different times, there's a bird that goes along the fence, and it just calls to I don't know who, and it makes a sound. So if you hear this funny grr, grr, whatever sound it makes, it's not me or any noises my body is making. It is a bird outside. Okay, so you haven't been to France, have you? Perfect. You haven't been to France, have you? You haven't been to France, have you? No, I haven't, but I would like to go. Okay, these are so common, these question tags. It'll make you sound more natural, more like a native speaker. Okay, I mean, you don't have to sound like a native speaker, but it just increases that level. You haven't been to France, have you? What's that? I like your strong accent in English. It's my first language. I don't know. It's like a New Zealand accent, maybe, but I don't have a strong New Zealand accent. And your correct pronunciation. When I'm live, I don't speak slowly. I speak at a normal speed, sometimes quicker than normal, because I'm excited to have you all here. Okay, so you haven't been to France. Have you? So the first part is negative. The second part is affirmative. Yeah, it's the present perfect tense. Exactly. So you haven't been to France, have you? I sometimes make easy mistakes. I think I'm a hasty. Don't worry, I'm a hasty person too. Sometimes, not all the time, when I'm speaking. So have you? How is the accent in New Zealand? Listen to this and you'll hear. But the accent is more nasal, like Australians, but just better. Okay, so next one, number 12. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill laughed. And Jill came tumbling after. That's the correct way. It's a nursery rhyme that you'd say to the children. I never said that to the kids, sorry. So Jack and Jill were surprised. What is the question tag here? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, refers to a part of his head, and Jill came tumbling after. So Jack and Jill Jack and Jill were surprised. Perfect. Weren't they? Jack and Jill were surprised, weren't they? Here it is. So Jack and Jill were surprised, weren't they? Because the first part is affirmative, so the second part is negative. This is easy, isn't it? It is very easy, okay? Don't worry, Bonita. This is not an easy lesson. This is like intermediate or advanced because we're looking at a lot of different tenses here. I recommend after this lesson to watch the video that I have. It explains it in detail, but you need to know all about the different tenses. Okay, so don't worry. It's at the beginning. It's not easy, but it's good to know. Okay, so Jack and Jill were surprised. Just checking here. Weren't they? Exactly. Weren't they? Perfect. Okay, next one is number 13. Here it is. You didn't do it. You know that homework? You didn't do it. What is the question tag here? You didn't do it. I'm going to hide the cheat sheet. You don't need to see that because you know things. Unlike Jon Snow. You didn't do it. Let's go back to the comments so I can see it. So if you want, go check out and just put a link to the question tags in the in the chat there. So just you can click it and it'll open up and just save it. Put pause and watch it later. Highly recommended. Okay, to watch it later. It explains in detail. It's such a wonderful lesson. Not just because I created it. It's just very good. Okay, so the next one. Here it is. You didn't do it, did you? Look at all of these dids and do's and you didn't do it, did you? You did it. You didn't do it, did you? You didn't do it, did you? You started dancing there. I saw that you started moving the body there. You hear music and starts. Yeah, that's how the executive producer is. Okay, you didn't do it. So the first part, let me explain this. The first part is negative, so the second part is affirmative. Didn't do. Do is because of the verb to do. In Spanish, hacer. But there's like to do. So you didn't do it. It's like you didn't make it. You didn't eat it. You didn't study it. You didn't learn it. It's just the verb to do. So it's didn't do. So it's a past tense. So the question tag is with did. Okay. So the next one. So you didn't do it. Did you? Yes, lots of wonderful answers here. You didn't do it. Did you? Okay. You didn't do it. Did you? Next one. Number 14. Here goes. He'd like a new job. What is the question tag here? This is getting more difficult. If you don't understand this one, don't worry. It gets more and more evil. Okay. So he'd like a new job. Ooh. First, is it negative or positive? It's affirmative. So this one needs to be negative. But what tense do we use here? Because we have heard. What does heard mean? Heard is a contraction of he would. He would like a new job. So if we have would, what do? If we have would, we go have the negative, which is wouldn't. So he'd like a new job. We would say, wouldn't he? Okay? Wouldn't he? Wouldn't he? You're welcome. He'd like a new job. Wouldn't he? Because he'd is a contraction of he would. Perfect. Next one. Number 15. There's an envelope on my desk. What is the question tag for this? There's an envelope on my desk. There's an envelope on my desk. I don't actually have it in these examples here, so we can just ignore that. There's an envelope on my desk. There, from memory, there's an envelope on my desk. Here it is. Isn't there? Isn't there? Perfect. There's an envelope on my desk. Isn't there? Whoops. Isn't there? Why is that? Why do we say isn't there? Because the first part, there is. And with there is, or there are, we need to use there, or are there, or is there in the question tag. Okay? So there's an envelope on my desk. Isn't there? Excellent. That's great to know, Bonita. Next one is number 16. Ooh, a modal verb. Oh, they should go now. They should go now. What is the modal verb here? They should go now. What is the question tag that belongs here? What is the question tag? I'm waiting for your answers. They should go. So the first part is affirmative. So this part is negative. Here we have a modal verb. So we need to use the same modal verb here. So what's the negative of should? It is, where is it? Here. Shouldn't they? They should go now, shouldn't they? It's like 5 o'clock in the morning and no, I've still got energy for that. Shouldn't they? Exactly. Shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? Yes, they should go now, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? Okay, next one. Number 17. Oops, 17. Now it is. There it is. She, oh no, she won't tell anyone. What? She won't tell anyone. What is the correct answer here? Our question tag. She won't tell anyone. Waiting for your answers. I can see one. She won't tell. She won't tell anyone. Here it is. Here's like he would like a new job. Wouldn't he? Instead of him, which is an object pronoun, we need to use subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Okay? She won't tell anyone. Oh, will she? Why have we used will she? Why have we used will she here? Why is that? She won't tell anyone, will she? She won't tell anyone because won't is a contraction, a negative contraction of will not. So if we have won't, which is the negative future, I'll just say, here we need the positive future, in this case with will. She won't tell anyone, will she? I hope not. We'll get into lots of trouble. Okay? So it is exactly. So it's will she. So the next one is number 18. We couldn't finish it. We couldn't finish it. What is the question tag here? Hey, Bonita, click the live button. Tiene que apretar el botón live because you're behind us a little to join us, okay? Because we are now at number 18. We couldn't finish it. Lots of correct answers. Brilliant. Oh, so many intelligent people here. This is wonderful. Could we? Could we? We couldn't finish it. So the first part is negative, couldn't. So we use the same, modal verb and affirmative. Could we? Okay, next one. I've got more. Number 19. 19. Who wrote that? I'm the craziest teacher. Be careful. This is the... You got to put like sexiest or amazing or something, teacher. But no, someone had to put the craziest teacher. You have no faith in me. I'm the craziest teacher. What is the... What is it? Now be careful. This is irregular. Be very careful. This is irregular. Craziest. Some people, this is irregular, and yes, I can see it here. I'll show you up on the screen. There is an exception. If you see it on the bottom, it says exceptions. I am late. We cannot say am not I, am I. It's not possible. This is just one exception, and that's why it is I am late. Aren't I? We say aren't I. You think, oh, that sounds strange. English is strange. This is just the exception that you need to know. Also, the other exception is with let's go, with giving orders or commands or recommendation. Let's go home. Shall we? That is another exception. Okay, so those are the two main exceptions that you need to know. So yeah, so the correct answer is Jewel. I'm the craziest teacher, aren't I? Exactly. So it's aren't I. Good, very good that you know these irregular question tags. So be careful, okay? Yeah, so it's aren't I. So the next one is, wrong one. Number 20. Peter's got a new job. What is the question tag here? Peter's got a new job. What is the question tag? Peter's got a new job. What is the question tag? Bonita, click the live button. Now, what does Peter's mean? Peter's is a contraction of Peter has. Peter has got a new job. And has got is what tense? It is a perfect tense. You say, Peter has a new job. Excuse me. Peter has a new job, doesn't he? But this is has got. So we need to say, Peter has got a new job, hasn't he? Because we got the present perfect tense there. Hasn't he? Peter's got a new job, hasn't he? Exactly. Okay, so Peter's got a new job, hasn't he? Okay, now I'm going to change it a little, because as I have here, so it says here, now you give me the sentence that can be used with this question tag. Now I'm going to give you the question tag, and you need to create the sentence at the beginning. Use your imagination, use your creativity. For example, beep, do I? So if the question tag is do I, what is a possible sentence to obtain this question tag? This makes you have to think a little more with this one. So don't worry, it is not easy. What is the first part of this? Don't worry, there's not many of these. So what is a possible sentence at the beginning? I will help you a little. So if we have do I, that is affirmative. So we know the first part needs to be negative. So if the first part is negative, okay, remember that. Now, and since it's do, we need to have, if I change this one, we need to have the present simple tense. If we look at the blue ones, you don't speak French, do you? So what are some possible answers here? Good one. I don't speak English, do I? Or I don't speak Arabic, do I? Great. Remember, put a comma. So put a comma there instead of the dot or the period or the full stop. So if you say you the happy teacher. Oh, that was from another one, Bonita. Okay, so this one here, I'm don't crazy. You say I'm not crazy. So you got to be, I'm not crazy, am I? So it needs to change. So we cannot have to be and don't together. Okay. Oh, that's a good one, Olga. Oops, missed it. I don't speak English well, do I? Yes, you do, Olga. You do speak English well, but that's a great example. Rodrigo, I don't go to the supermarket, do I? No. Or I don't have to go to the supermarket, do I? Because we have everything. The fridge is full of food. I don't have to go to the supermarket, do I? I don't eat red meat, do I? I don't like policemen, do I? I don't speak English, do I? I don't know English, do I? Great, these are good examples. Very good. Are you ready for another one? These are not easy. Is she? Okay. Answering the last one. I don't smell like trash. Do I? I don't know. Are you confirming or are you curious to know? Depends on the intonation. What's the intonation there, Jorge? I don't smell like trash. Do I? I don't know. You tell me. Do I? Confirm. I don't know, huh? I can smell something here in New Zealand, and it's coming from Chile. So so is she? Ah, great one, Olga. She isn't tall, is she? She isn't sad, is she? No, she's just crying because she always cries. Any other sentences? This is not easy, so don't worry if it's difficult. Here it is. She is not beautiful, is she? Inside she is. Outside, she's beautiful too. Ooh, that's a good. Isn't she a famous actress? But there, it's a full stop because you are doing two questions. For example, change the word order. She isn't a famous actress, is she? She looks like it. Yeah, she isn't a famous actress. So the first part needs to be a sentence, not a question. Okay. Oh, like you're in the office and you're gossiping, like, oh, she isn't nice, is she? Oh, or the new neighbor. Oh, the new neighbor. She isn't nice, is she? She isn't more intelligent than my sister, is she? She is. She isn't what she used to be. Is she? What was she before? I'm curious to know. What was she before? I'm now curious, Carlos. Okay, so the next one. Did we? Did we? What is the question? This one, that's perfect. She isn't a famous actress, is she? That's perfect like that. So the first part is always a normal sentence, okay? Oh, she is not from New Zealand, is she? No, she isn't. Exactly. She's not from New Zealand, is she? She's from the universe. She's from heaven. Ah, sounds good. It may or may not be true. Okay. So I get distracted. Did we? What is the question? Did we? Well, not the question, the sentence. Not a question at the beginning. It's a normal sentence, and it needs to be a negative. No, Galine, we didn't go to the party, did we? We forgot completely. We didn't clean the pan, I assume, did we? Or the park, or the... yeah, must be the pan. We... oh, we didn't do our homework, did we? Rosette. We didn't clean the park. Yeah, did we? No, we didn't clean the park. It's just filled of trash. Okay, next one is number 24. We got two more. Two more. Show me your talent. Show me your creative skills. Show me. Okay, so what is the sentence here? Beep. Won't he? We didn't find this body in the morgue, did we? No, just shut up. Keep eating. Don't ask where it came from. Keep. Great one, Carlos. I love that question. We didn't find this body in the morgue, didn't we? No, we didn't. It's okay. No, that's fine. Don't worry. We didn't turn the lights off, did we? No, we didn't. Okay, won't he? Won't he? Hey, Anna, how's it going? It's very early there. We're just about to finish here. We changed the time here in New Zealand just so you know. It's going to be at this time every week until, I don't know, from now on. Okay, so great to have you here. So number 24, what is, good one. He will go to work tomorrow, won't he? Oh, that's a good one. I don't need to cook tomorrow, do I? Yeah, but that's with a different, yeah, I won't need to cook tomorrow, will I? Yeah, that's a great one. For Olga, remember, where is it? Here it is. You don't do a question at the beginning. You have to do a normal sentence. So, he will visit his grandmother, won't he? Okay. Of course, Kaline. He will study hard, won't he? Yes, of course he will. He will go to the store tomorrow, won't he? Another good one. Johnny will go to the market, won't he? He will ask you to marry him, won't he? Maybe. He will go there, because come here or go there. Okay, that's a great question. I like this. He will come here, won't he? Or he will go there. So you come here, go there. Come here, go there. He will get drunk at the party as always, won't he? Rob will get drunk at the party as always. I'm surprised you didn't put my name there. He will apologize for it, won't he? If not, he will suffer the consequences. He will be at church tomorrow, won't he? Is that the church? Is that the was it the body from the morgue? Yes, the body from the morgue will now be at church tomorrow. Okay, so let's do another one, 25. And then I've got some questions for you, some important questions. Number 25, were you? So what is the first part? So the first part is a sentence, not a question. So what is the first part? You give me the sentence that can be used with this question tag. Were you? What is? So I'm just looking at some other ones. Is she from Connecticut? No, she is from Connecticut, isn't she? Okay, so were you? What is the first part, the sentence that can go here? What is the first part? I'll give you some seconds. Ooh, here's a good one, Olga. You were in New Zealand, weren't you? So it needs to be, so that the question tag is with were you. So it is, you weren't in New Zealand, were you? Oh, you're missing out on so many wonderful things in your life. Once you come to New Zealand, you won't want to travel anywhere else in the world. You can see where New Zealanders live, like little holes like this and hills. Okay, you weren't cooking yesterday, were you? Brilliant. You weren't. You were there yesterday, weren't you? If the first part is affirmative, the second part needs to be negative. So you weren't there yesterday, were you? You weren't there yesterday, were you? You're supposed to be at work. You're supposed to be teaching children, and there's like 30 children are at school like, where's my teacher? Hey, let's go play some matches now. Okay, so yeah, you weren't there yesterday, were you? Oops, wrong one, sorry. You weren't slim, were you? But the camera's not pointing down the bottom. You can't see my... How do you know? Are you watching me? You weren't slim, were you? It was lockdown. It was the lockdown caused my this extra part. my cushion. You weren't cheating in yesterday's exam, were you? Okay. So, and any other ones? Final ones? here. I've only got, that was the last one there. Let's go look at. You weren't sad last week, were you? Yes, I was. You weren't cleaning the park last year. What's you've got a fascination with the parks there. You weren't cleaning the park last year, were you? What happens at your park? I'm curious to know. Okay, so I got some just some general questions and things for you. I'm very curious to know. Whoops. I'm just gonna go back up here. So I'm curious to know what time and day is best for you for my live lessons. Okay, the reason that I asked, because when I'm doing live now, sometimes it's 40, 50, 60 people, but when I do it at a different time, sometimes it's 80, 90, 100 people, and that was from Europe. Okay, so my question is, if you can put your country and your time, which would be the best time for you to come to the live lessons. And if you're watching this later and you can't put it in the chat, put it in the comments down the bottom there. I really appreciate it, because I'm just trying to see what is best to be able to help more of you. Because at the moment, I know I am live and I'm focused at the moment on North America, Central America, and South America at the moment. Because last year I did a lot of live lessons for Europe at like 9 o'clock at night at the same time. And in South America, Central America, North America, it was like the middle of the day. So I'm curious to know what would be best for you. Let me know in the comments, or let me know in the chats. Let me know now so we can have a conversation about it. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just very curious to know, and also what day is more convenient, because in the past I did it on Saturday mornings New Zealand time, which is like 9 o'clock in Europe and maybe about 4 or 5 in South America, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so yeah, I'm just very curious to know what time is best for you. You like this time? That's very good to know. That's very good to know, because I'm still experimenting. I mean, I've been doing live English lessons for years now, frequently copied, but never the same. So I've been doing this live lessons for years now, and I'm just curious to know what the best time is for you. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, New Zealand time. It's like, oh God. So Carlos, you like this time too? Exactly. There are some Russians who don't sleep at night. Yeah. Jacqueline, also, you like this time? Yeah. I like this lesson, don't I? So this time is yes, because you're in, yeah, because you're in was that in Japan? You're in that part. So it's like very early for you. Because I know, now let's just get rid of that banner there. Where is it? I've gone and lost the banner. There it is. Go back to the comments. Yeah, so just going to continue this conversation. So, for example, you mentioned that it's too early for you. That's because I know you're from that part of the world, and it's like, like maybe, I don't know what time it is. What time is it there now? For me, the best schedule is 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. in your country. Also, so put your country, the day, and the time. That'd be brilliant for me. Rob, 9 p.m. in Brazil is the best one. What time is it in Brazil now? I think I might have it world time. Don't have it. Oh, there it is. So in Brazil, so in Japan, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. In Brazil, it's 10 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock. So the time today is a good time for you, Hiran. That's good to know. I prioritize what my members would like. So at the moment, it is 1 o'clock in the morning in Sierra Leone. There's a great song. So it's like 10 a.m. to noon in Japan. 10 a.m. to noon in Japan. And right now in Japan, it's like 10 a.m. Is it like during the week? So Dominican Republic? Yeah. Okay. I've actually got something here. It shows me the different times in different countries. Sometimes I know. So in Chile and Brazil, it's the same time right now. Ooh. Colombia, it's 8 o'clock. In Mexico, 8 o'clock. In London, 2 o'clock in the morning. Spain, 3 o'clock. It's 10 p.m. right now. Okay, it's okay with the schedule, the day and time. Thanks for asking. I like your classes very much. Thank you, Olga. I appreciate it. Now it's 7 p.m. in Costa Rica on Thursday. So you're fine with the schedule? That's good. This time is convenient for me, but I think little viewers, yeah, that's true. I know there's not many, because at the moment there's only like about 40 people or so. I mean, which is still a good number. Just curious to know how to, so maybe if I focused, do a live lesson for the Americas, for example, South Central North America, and maybe I could do another one occasionally for Europe and Africa in general. So it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, but that's because it's finished. We're like finishing now. So in Argentina, it's like at 9 o'clock it starts. Yeah. So that's when it starts. So from now, it's going to continue at the same time. You're sleeping early. Can you continue with the question tags later? No, we're finished. I only do 1 hour because I have many things that I have to create and do outside of this. So yes, so if you can continue to answer in the comments and everything like that, and just curious to know. I'm just curious to know also if you've been enjoying, if you find these activities. I'm also interested if you're interested in knowing if you are interested in, if you like some interviews with other teachers, some games, if you would like to appear on the screen with me. For example, for example, I'm just going to add you there, but your camera's not on, which is good. For example, I could do things like this, where I can, she looks at me like, I don't want to be on the screen. Yeah. And I'd like to do something with like maybe 4 or 3 students. There's me. I can have many students, like 3 other students, and maybe do a quiz or an activity. Would any of you be comfortable appearing live on screen? Okay. Are any of you comfortable with appearing live in a YouTube channel like this on the screen, playing a game with me, doing a quiz game where you appear on the screen, but at the same time, people appear on the chat? Would that be interesting? Okay. Just checking. Olga, it is better to have a chat with fewer students in order for us to learn better. Yeah. But I find when there's 100 students, usually there's no problem. I can read the chat and everything like that without a problem. But more than 100, when I get like, when there's 10,000 people in the chat, it's difficult for me to, it's difficult. Yeah. So yeah, I'm always interested to know your thoughts. Always, you can leave comments in the videos about different things. I always read the comment. I read every single comment. I'm different from some teachers. I read every single comment. I'm too shy to appear on screen. Yep, that's totally acceptable. Many people are shy to appear on screen. Okay, so I shall leave it like that. Thank you for participating today. I really, really appreciate when you come and join in the chat, because you make it interesting. It's not me, it's about you practicing, using, applying your English with these different activities. So thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Iran, for joining in as always. You and Jorge, you both awesome people. I enjoy your company and your conversations, everything like that. It's thank you. So until next time, stay safe, take care, and as always, same time next week, same day, same time. There's no daylight savings or anything like that. So take care, stay safe, and of course, have an awesome day.